Welcome to Your Yes Filled Life. I'm your host, Brenda Winkle, educator, healer, speaker, guide, and fierce advocate for your yes. I help sensitive and successful men and women find, reclaim, and live from their full embodied yes. Through empowering you to understand your energetic hygiene, establish healthy boundaries, and heal your nervous system, you'll be able to create your yes-filled life and move through your days with more freedom, more ease, and more joy. You'll hear inspiring stories of people who found their full-bodied yes, thought leaders who pursued their own dreams and are living life on their terms, and learn new ways to find the courage, joy, ease, and freedom to more fully step into your yes-filled life. Say no to the good so you can say yes to the great. Join me on this journey to discover your yes-filled life. Whether you're looking to break free from the golden handcuffs, start a new business, find your dream job, or simply live with more intention and mindfulness, I've got you covered. Let's explore the possibilities together and make your dreams a reality. Ready? Let's do this. Let's get you to your yes-filled life. Hey, welcome back to Your Yes-Filled Life. I'm your host, Brenda Winkle. Today, I'm joining you for a minisode that's actually a day later than I planned. I ended up going to the beach yesterday to celebrate my birthday. My daughter and our dogs went, and even though it rained, hailed, snowed, lightninged, and thundered, it was still a beautiful time, and I'm feeling so grateful and so appreciative of being able to spend time together, being able to experience the ocean and the beach together, and just to spend some time doing things that we really love to do. And it felt so nourishing to get to celebrate my birthday that way. So decided that these minisodes might be a great opportunity to answer any questions that come in. So if you have any questions you want me to answer on the podcast, DM me on Instagram at Brenda Winkle, and maybe I'll turn it into one of our minisodes. So I'm going to share two questions from two separate clients, and they're a version of the same question. And I think you might relate. So this one says, "Good morning, Brenda. I'm struggling this morning. I've been awake since 1 a.m. and I'm not sure why. I've tried everything. I've tried breathing, I've tried meditation and Reiki. What do you suggest? I'm spiraling and I'm really not sure why." That's version one. Here's version two from a different client sending kind of the same idea. She says, "Oh my goodness, my energy's all over the place. So here's a question I keep coming back to. If I can tell that I'm not in a great place, what should I do? If I have these yucky feelings like feeling anxious or scared or stressed or overwhelmed or frustrated, what should I do? Definitely feeling like I need a one on one with you. But what do you recommend when these issues pop up?" So basically, the underlying question for both of these clients, and you probably have this question too: what do I do when I'm having a bad day? Right? Maybe it's not a bad day, maybe it's a bad moment, bad hour. And so here's the thing that I would love to offer first is a reframe. A bad day doesn't have to be a bad day. It might be a bad moment. It might be a bad 10 minutes. But if we can right the ship, we can actually save the day, literally saving your day. So, to answer this question, I'm going to teach you a three-part framework that I like to use. This is called Save the Day Method. This is my own method that I teach inside Yes Academy, and I also teach it to my one on one clients. And this Save the Day method has three steps. So, step one and step two are going to remain stable, those don't change. But step three, you can kind of choose your own adventure on. So, in the Save the Day framework, step one is always acknowledge how you feel. Now, that's important because if we try to pretend that we're not feeling how we're actually feeling, we end up feeling worse because it's sort of like if we don't acknowledge how we feel, we end up feeling worse because our inner self is recognizing that we haven't acknowledged how we're actually feeling. And one of the things that many of us learn to do in early childhood, like maybe early elementary school, age 7, age 8, is we learned to abandon ourselves. We learned to not take care of ourselves in order to sort of fit the mold that was expected of us. We stop using the bathroom whenever we have to go and we start asking permission. We stop taking a drink whenever we want one and we start asking permission. We stop eating when we're hungry and instead we eat on a schedule, usually dictated by the school system. Now, I'm not making school or schedules bad here, but there is a connection between the self abandonment that we teach ourselves in early elementary school and the same self abandonment that can happen when we don't acknowledge our feelings. So, this is a really important step. If you process verbally by acknowledging your feelings, maybe that means you take out your voice memo notepad on your phone and you just speak into it and just let your feelings pour out. If you are a journaler, this is a great invitation to grab a notebook and just set a timer for 2 to 5 minutes and journal. Now, you might be thinking, hey, Brenda, I am working in the day. How am I going to listen to myself talk on a voice memo? Or how am I going to journal? Well, here's the thing, you do have 2 to 5 minutes. You can go to the bathroom. You can take a lap outside of your building. Maybe it has to wait until your lunch break. That's possible. But I promise you, you have 2 to 5 minutes. And if you don't, you're mismanaging your time somehow and you're people pleasing in a way that is not healthy for you. Because if you don't have 2 to 5 minutes to spend making yourself feel better, there are other issues that are probably present in your life. And I'm not saying that to be mean, but I am saying it because I've lived it and I've witnessed it. And so I really encourage you to find those 2 to 5 minutes, even if you have a back to back to back to back schedule full of classes or meetings or patients. Spend those 2 to 5 minutes acknowledging your feelings. That's step one of the Save the Day framework. Step two of the Save the Day framework is try to do something that makes you feel better by using appreciation as your vehicle. Now, the reason that we use appreciation instead of gratitude is it's just a slightly cleaner energy. Abraham Hicks teaches us that if we think about gratitude, gratitude is very, very good. It's very high vibration. And there's also a circumstance in which we can imagine the thing that we're grateful for not being there. When we lean into the energy of appreciation, it's just really, really clean. So when we're appreciating things, there's no contrast. There's no scenario in which we're playing through our mind, oh, this thing might not be there. You're just appreciating it. It's cleaner. So step two of the Save the Day process is lean into appreciation. In fact, I will share a cute little model that has a pink car on it with a pyramid graphic that I love to share with Yes Academy. It's the emotional vibration scale. And all you have to do to get that is DM me on Instagram. I'll send it right to you. You are going to love it because when you use appreciation as your guide, as your vehicle to feeling better, you will be amazed at how quickly you can move up the emotional vibration scale. Now, I want to set expectations here. You're not going to go from the depths of despair and then spend a minute or two appreciating and then go up to love, passion, and joy. That's not how emotions work. I would be lying if I tried to convince you that that could happen. However, you can move up 1 or 2 bands. You can move up from despair to perhaps resentment or anger, and then maybe you could get to contentment. So even 1 band improvement on the emotional vibration scale is going to make a world of difference for you. In fact, I just changed my mind. I am going to actually share this on Instagram. I'm going to share this visual with you on Instagram. Go ahead and download it, reshare it, make it your own, because I think everyone needs to see the power that they have to change their own emotional vibrational scale with the power of appreciation. So, in the Save the Day process, we have number one, acknowledge how you're feeling. Number two, use appreciation as your vehicle to start to feel better. The minute that you do that, you're going to notice that there's an increase in how you're feeling, which brings us to step number three in the Save the Day process. Step number three is going to vary depending on what brings you joy. I'd like you to think of this as like a menu, where one day you might be in the mood for the Caesar salad, and another day you might be in the mood for the club sandwich. Okay, so you're not going to get super committed and married to one of these things. You're going to use it like a menu and choose what's best for you in that given day, depending on what's got you feeling the way that you're currently feeling. So, on your Save the Day menu, you can choose from a variety depending on what's going to be most supportive for you that given day. Maybe it's taking a few deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let's try a few together. Two more. Breathwork is always guaranteed to help you feel better. You could take breaths for 5 or even 10 minutes and notice a huge change in the way you feel. So that's one item that you could choose on your Save the Day menu. Something else you could do would be to dance it out. Listening to great music, great high vibrational music. Those are potentially two different things, dancing it out and listening to music. Or you could do both and have a dance party in your living room or in your office or in your car, however that works for you. Another option might be to take a walk or to go outside. Those might be the same thing and they might be two different things depending on what's true for you in a given day. Calling a friend, reaching out for support, even setting an appointment with a trusted mentor can be really supportive on a day when you're not feeling your best, just to know that the support is coming. Eating nourishing food, taking a drink of water, taking a nap, calling a friend. These are all menu options on your Save the Day menu. Which one do you think you're going to use? In fact, I would love for you to tell me, will you please DM me on Instagram at Brenda Winkle? Let me know what your favorite Save the Day menu item is for step number three, and I will post them because I imagine that as many people as there are in the world, there are that many ideas on ways we could save the day. So let's look at this Save the Day framework one more time. Step one is acknowledge what you're feeling. Step two, use appreciation as your vehicle to feel better. And then step three is to select a menu item from your Save the Day menu to help yourself feel better. Do not be afraid to use a guilty pleasure on your Save the Day menu if it's going to help. For example, one of my favorite shows is Grey's Anatomy. And if I am in a slump or I'm feeling kind of low, sometimes I'll just pop on an episode and just watch an episode and it makes me feel better. I have to be careful with Grey's Anatomy because I can get sucked in. Another another guilty pleasure that just almost always makes me smile is Gilmore Girls. I love Gilmore Girls. And so, in fact, my daughter and I still watch Gilmore Girls. We're probably on time 13 watching the whole series from start to finish. But every time we get together, we watch like 15 or 20 minutes of an episode. Emily in Paris is another really fun one. Schitt's Creek is so fun. So just find a guilty pleasure, let yourself smile and laugh, and add that to your menu. Okay, so this episode was all about how you can save the day when you're not feeling your best, whether that's anxiety or fatigue or feeling like you're spiraling into a negative place. And we talked about using the Save the Day framework with step one, acknowledging your feelings, step two, using appreciation to feel better, and step three, choosing a menu item from your Save the Day menu. I hope that this has been helpful for you. And if you're looking for a trusted mentor, I am accepting just a few, a handful of one on one clients to work with over the next 6 months. And I will be working with you, offering all the things in my toolkit: Reiki, advanced theta healing, I'm an advanced certified breathwork facilitator, trauma informed, of course. And I just received my certification as a somatic coach, again, trauma informed. So let me support you in clearing out the energy that might be making you feel kind of yucky on some of those days. If you're curious about working with me one on one, just DM me on Instagram or send me an email, brenda@brendawinkle.com, and I'll share all the information with you. Yes Academy is now enrolling. Yes Academy is my group program, my signature offer, and we are still enrolling just a few more spots at Yes Academy, the retreat, which is going to be April 1 through 5 in beautiful Beaverton, Oregon. There's just a few places left in that retreat, and I'd love to have you join us if it feels aligned to you. To learn more about the retreat, you can go to brendawinkle.com/retreat. Thank you so much for listening to Your Yes Filled Life. I hope you have a beautiful week, and I'll be back with our interview with Anat Perry in our next episode. Bye for now.